So friends, we are about to witness one of the most unique and most sought after conference in the year 2023. I mean to say, this is going to be special for each one of us as far as a new bonding and a new level of get together. So just sharing a little bit. Okay, so the event on 30th will start with about automation, how artificial intelligence and how creating this beautiful videos and stuff like that can be done very, very easily and used on digital media. I think he is a gentleman who is a very good friend based out in Mumbai, and his consultancy fee start from 50 lakh of rupees. So 50 lakh रुपए से शुरू होती है. So, my dear friends, his presence, we all can use him and understand a lot from him. I am sure this is going to add a lot of value to whatever we want to do digitally, whatever we are doing. Again, this is a very inspiring story. Maybe this little girl will not live on this Mother Earth for many years, maybe another few years. But in this short time at the age of 11, she has written a book, Dancing on My Wheels, and she's going to share her experience. This is going to be interesting, maybe a little sad for all of us, but again, this is going to be interesting. We'll have Mr. Kumarwell, who is a founder of Natural Spa and Saloon. So he is going to be there, and we will learn how we can actually increase the valuation of our companies. He has sold a percentage of his stake in his company at 540 crores, which is a huge amount. So I think we all should go to the next level by getting the valuations correct for our own companies. And then Mr. Dinesh Jain, he is a person who gets a few crores as a salary per month, but he is so much automated that he only goes to office for one day in a month. 29 days he's at home, and he is making and he is managing the whole India region, Asia region, and so many other continents. So that's the beauty of making everything automated. And to our theme, he is going to be one of the most appropriate person. According to him, every business is a technology business. Then in evening, we will have a very good panel discussion with Economic Times, wherein the new era of the new mutual fund distribution, I think Mr. Ganesh, Mr. Pradeep, all of them will be there, and we really look forward to have a very interesting session with them. Evening is going to be a little interesting. The famous superstar of the first OTT movie, which I think many of us must have seen, with Pratik Gandhi, he is going to be there and will share not only about his experience with Scam 1993, but also a lot of dramas, theater appearances, which he has been doing, which is his key forte, and about finance market, which little bit he knows. And he'll also be there to give away a few of the award and recognitions to some of our achievers. We will have a musical housey, again, a very, very interesting thing for the rest of the evening. Then next day morning, Himadri Sinha, who is be talking on branding. And then there is another gentleman who is going to be there along with Himadri, talking about branding. He is a person who actually makes all the suits and the Modi jackets for none other than the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. So whether it is the most expensive suit or whether it is the normal Modi jacket, which is the registered trademark under his name. So he is going to be very, very special for all of us. How you can make your outside branding and how that matters for mutual fund distributors, especially if you want to make your brand a global brand with almost a very, very ordinary product also, you can do that. And for that, Neelam, she's coming from Jodhpur to share her story from poverty to riches, what she has done and how she has done with all her 7 sisters together. CIO ICICI Prudential, Shankaran Naren, no one knows, everyone knows, and no one knows any introduction. And then Raghav and Akhil. So all of them will be going to share about the growth hacks in our industry. This is a special panel with some veterans like Ramesh Damani, who is again one of the biggest wealth creators in India, and then Vikas Khemani and Madhu Kela. All of us know them, but it will be a good opportunity to listen to them and meet them and be with them for some time. I'm sure this is going to be quite exciting. When this individual peoples have created their corpus of 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 crores, I think that's really, really. And Sanjay Sinhaji from our side will be moderating the whole session. Very, very interesting session. Dr. Parimal Merchant, who has actually is a teacher for almost all the family businesses in India. Like, name the big business family house in India, and he is the mentor, or he is a teacher, and he is there. Any business house in India. So again, if we think that our next generation should come into the business or not, and today's session is also about the next generation joining the business. Okay, so I think a very, very opt session, and I think Hari Bhai and Sulaksha should be listening to this gentleman because this is going to really help them also. And Nilesh Bhai, Karan, Bala Sir, Navneet, and Kailash will be sharing about the wealth creation thoughts. And evening program, we will have this gentleman who will be entertaining us with some magical things and the mental magic which he will read, through which he is going to read our minds. So with this, we hope that we all pack our bags and be there ready to experience the whole thing for the next 3 days at the conference. And after this, we will have a certification program during the years for all volatility coaches and FFF Pro members, and also Dare to Win Mumbai, which is going to be on the 2nd October, where the relationship managers of that particular city will be decided. So with this, yes, now we are ready to start for the day. And in order to begin, let me now welcome our today's speaker, Mr. Sulaksha. He is from Goa. He is not very old, but very new to our volatility coach tribe. But his father-in-law, Hari Bhai, is a well-known person, and he has been serving the whole Goa people for like more than 30 years now. And looking at his whole thing, his son-in-law, Sulaksha, actually he was again working in a multinational company at a very good position, at a very good salary, very good, everything was fine. And the intelligence and the way he speaks, all of you will just see, he is really, really very, very smart and very nice and a down-to-earth person. So Sulaksha is now probably this 1,000 crore journey which Hari Bhai has made, and he is there to take it not less than 10,000 crores. So very soon, probably this 1,000 crore will become 10,000 crore, and that too, again, in such a beautiful way where, personal relationship, personal touch is so very important, because the mentor, Hari Bhai himself, has been doing this in such a simple way. And the people in Goa, his clients, everybody is like there with him, and they just don't want to think about anything else. I met few of the clients and few of the friends of Hari Bhai also. We had breakfast together, and it was really amazing the way they all think about Hari Bhai, and the way Hari Bhai actually commandingly just tell that this is what you really need to do. So this is phenomenal. So if Hari Bhai is a little free in between, because he is not in he's at Mumbai and he's traveling. So if possible, maybe in between also he can speak. But for now, so let's welcome Sulaksha. So welcome, Sulaksha.
Yeah.
Look forward to start with you and understand a little bit about you, how you started, your initial stories, and what was that motivated you, and then take it forward from there.
Okay. So my journey over here began in August 2018. I formally decided that I would be joining. But the journey goes a little back, another 4 years. where the thought process started, building up. He come and join Hari sir, Hari Kamath, my father-in-law. So what happened is I was in a corporate job. My qualifications to sir jante hai, but just to bring, I was into a mechanical engineering with my finance MBA, and I was having a job at Goa into a fertilizer company, and career was growing, so I was quite good. In 2014, when my father-in-law, Mr. Hari Kamath, started thinking about his succession, आगे क्या करना है, कैसे. So he decided to see and talk to me regarding whether I'll be able to join the company, join him, and take up the business. So it started from 2014, but I was having a great amount of mind block whether I'll be able to do it or not, वगैरह. So then in 2015, 1 year though that was there, so I didn't take much of it. He used to regularly, keep me, whenever we used to meet candidly, whenever we both are alone, he used to, talk to me regarding the business, share his views. He would tell me how it is growing, वगैरह, and all that, how he needs support, how he wants to go grow the business and all that. So 2015, I started having a thought ki, okay, I will be in Goa, I will be working in Goa. So let's at least look, because he is so, he was so convinced that this is one of the lines which is the best thing to be in for anybody who likes to build relationship, talk to people, grow with people. And MFD is a line which is going to remain with us for a very long time. So in 2015, because of his conviction, I started my thought process. So that's where actually the change started happening. And I started, talking to him, coming and sitting in his Panjim office. Whenever there was any IAPs or talks of, personalities like Kanak sir, Rupa Venkat Krishnan, Dhruv Mehta, I used to attend along with him. He used to take me. We also attended a conference for Kotak in Chennai, where he took me when I was not a part of his business. That was in 2017, 2018. And the thought process started building ki I started understanding ki ye business kya hai, how it works, and what does it require from my end. So conviction was building up, but that chance or time, the exact time was not coming where I was unable to detach from my existing work and come and join him. So one day when I was thinking, and when we were talking candidly again with Mr. Hari Kamal, I still remember he said, "You are working for a company which is growing, and it is people like you who take the company forward." So he said it in Kongani, so I'm trying to translate it in English. But he said, "See, people see that the company is successful or not. So there are people, good people. So now I have built up a small, kind of a company or a small family." He's used word as family. I have built a family which I have grown and nurtured for 30-35 years. And if there is nobody who is ready to hold a family together and grow and continue, it will be all dispersed, and the family will not be together. So, and he said this is the point of inflection for him to decide कि आगे क्या करना है. It was in 2017 particularly. And that is when I realized कि completely that uh, what he said was absolutely right. I was a part of a family in a business which was a Zuari Agro, now Paradeep Phosphate, which was by late Mr. K.K. Billa. And I was, upholding some part of his family and growing the business. Over here, I have somebody internal in my family who has also created a business, who has created a family for himself. And if he does not have a support, this is going to fall all apart. So that kind of brought me the conviction which I that is the day I decided okay, I'm going to join. And within a year I said okay, I will give my resignation. So I started building up the office. We had an office in Madgaon, a space tha, interiors वगैरह we started making when I was working. We started doing the examination processes वगैरह, NSM 5A answer करो हो गया, all that, all the sort. And then in August 2018 I decided and I left. So that was the conviction which came into being कि everybody who is coming up in this business, उसको अगर किसी का support नहीं है next in line का, internal हो या external from the family, here I was internal from the family, it is very important because somebody has built up a family, बहुत मेहनत से बनाया हुआ है, and that shouldn't go kind of down. So sooner or later everybody in their business should think about this point what Hari sir thought, and that is how I joined. So that is the conviction which is there. It is a great thing to further add that Mr. Hari Kamath gave me a large conviction. मतलब he never told me. The second point I would say conviction कहाँ से build हुआ is he never told me that this is something which is not doable or ऐसा मत करो वैसा मत करो. He was always very supportive, calm. Even if I come up with very simple questions, he used to answer. Even if I was dejected in certain aspects, he was there. Uh, it could be throughout the journey. So he has never forced upon the decision, but he has always supported. So that is what again brought me a conviction. When I found that, um, because I was almost 12, 13 years in a corporate world, and in corporate, मतलब जब मैं company में था, so there were a lot of my bosses. So I kind of divided my bosses into two lines: supportive ones, and the other ones were very hard. I wouldn't say all bosses should be hard, but the ones who were not kind of being there for you, they were just there. So and I always like the people who were very supportive, who wanted the career, who wanted the talent to grow. So that another convinced me that here I am with somebody in my own family or my boss. Let me put it. I thought in that process that here I am joining Mr. Harikamat, who's going to be my boss, who's very supportive, and I like this kind of approach. So that is the second conviction, ki support. Matlab, youngsters who will be joining the company, whoever in whatever profile might be, mera to succession kind of profile tha. But let's say even if there is a sales team, if somebody as an entrepreneur who wants to hire a sales team, back office team, जो भी है, people have to be a very supportive boss. So अगर support आप अपने टीम को देंगे, टीम आपको best performance देगा. So that is what another brought kind of a conviction in me to join. कि मेरे पास एक supportive boss है, who's going to be there in my ups and downs, and who's going to help me to understand what is right, what is wrong, and join. So that is how my conviction came to join. And in August 2018, I finally put in my papers at Zuari. It took me 3 months. In 1st August 2018, मैंने छोड़ा. I came back and officially joined Mr. Hari Kamath. We opened the office in November 2018 in Madgaon. Till then, I has to be a part of his Panjim office. And then we started off over here in Margao.
Brilliant. So, friends, I think there is a lot of learning from this. Many of us think that we need to have the next generation. So, as a person, as an entrepreneur like Hari Bhai, what you really need to do, I think we have got a lot of clues and a lot of things. You really need to be patient, you need to do hand holding, and you need to be a boss who is like Hari Bhai. So, this is something there, and there is something which you will have to read into the mind of the generation next, that what they are expecting and are they really willing to learn, are you taking them, are they in that flow and things like that. So you have to create a situation like that, and obviously you have to be a very, very receptive person like Sulaksha, no doubt about it. If that is not there, that's not going to happen. I think many of us are struggling. 90% of the people do struggle in order to create such legacy or the generation next thing which is there. Okay, so coming next, so once this was done, so what is the first thing you did? Like most of the time, no, a new person, although you were there for a few years, 2018 you started, did you started meeting clients, doing their portfolio review meetings, or making financial plan, or studying a little more, or acquiring few more certification and degrees? What is that you did? This can be another clue for our people who are thinking that generation next what they should be doing. So this is going to create a path. It's like step by step points for each one of us, that this is something which we all can do. So Sulaksh, over to that.
Yeah. So first thing is focus. किसी भी बंदे का मतलब whoever wants to join or whoever wants to work in this field, उसका he has to have the focus. कि I want to do it. I'm a firm believer कि nothing is impossible, and everything is possible. So but you मतलब example, if there is a person who is really good in the business, उसको 2 दिन लगेगा कुछ सीखने के लिए. If I'm not good, I will take 10 days, but it is possible. So focus is one thing which was very much there when I left and came into. So that was the first thing. You have to see that everybody has one. The second thing what I felt is, because I wanted to meet a client, and because I knew that I would automatically be compared with Mr. Harikamat. Ki this is Mr. Harikamat, this is Sulaksh, a part of Harikamat's team, but people's expectation would be very high in terms of matching. तो मुझे वो I'm not saying कि मैं वो expectation match करूंगा, but at least उस gap को कम करना है. So that gap has to reduce. So I started thinking in ways कि how can I look at that expectation gap of clients to accept me, if Hari Kama tells me to meet X and Y client. So वो expectation gap कैसे आएगा? So I started doing some certification courses. So first thing is I NSM 5A किया, फिर NSM 5B किया, which was not required, 5B, so that I start learning. Because as soon as you start learning, बीच बीच में टाइम करके educating yourself, automatically your confidence in the concept becomes very hard. So then I enrolled myself to CFP. So I did slowly. It took me 1 or 2 years to do it, but I started CFP in 2019 and I completed it in 2021, which में pandemic आया, so it got exams were not there, so there was a hold. So second thing is I decided कि CFP I want to do. Now if I look at it, I'm not the certification is absolutely good. In Goa, there were no certification. There were no people with this CFP certification. One, and most of our clients or most of the people don't know what is CFP. But what is an advantage for me to do it? Because it was giving me a lot of data. It was giving me a lot of learning. How to do financial planning. Like Kanak sir said, uh, though I was qualified, whether I was be able to do and understand the steps. So I started learning. One thing is experience आपको सिखाता है, and the second thing is certification. So experience will come to me, it will take time, like Hari sir, but first thing, certification, if there, lot of learning will happen. And so I started doing that. So it built a lot of confidence. So certification, the second point is certification. If you have time, do certain certifications. यूज हो या ना हो वो बाद में पता चलेगा. मैं people will recognize it or not, but a self confidence will be there that you know the subject. So I started doing certification, CFP. So I completed CFP. Second step. um, uh, Third step is, once you have completed, that does not mean you know everything. Start listening. The third thing with Hari Kamat, again I follow. He says listen to everybody who is there. Fund manager talk रहेगा, कनक जैन का talk रहेगा, या जिगर पारे का talk रहेगा, जो भी रहेगा, possible है, make within your schedule, attend it. Even if you know the subject, re-attend it. What happens is वो आपके build में subconscious mind में चला जाता है, and then you whenever you speak to anybody, it becomes very easy for you to talk. So that I started doing, and slowly over 2018, 19, 20, 21, now I start कि किसी के साथ भी अगर टॉपिक नहीं है, मैंने बनाया भी नहीं है, subconsciously automatically I know how to converse and how to talk. So that is getting built, and वो अपने आप एक kind of confidence is built up कि yes, and now I know the topic. I'm not saying 100%, but at least 50-60% I know the topic. Fourth part is never say no, ki never say I know everything. So learn, जब भी chance मिलेगा, learn. One. The fourth part of my progress over the years and success, I wouldn't say success, जो भी contribution है business के side में, is that I treat my client as I wouldn't say God, but I treat my client to a very great extent. I wouldn't, whenever I speak to him, I see that I maintain his respect. I see that I maintain his views. One. Second thing, I always say that I'm always truthful to the client. So the first meeting after Hari Kamat told me कि I joined 2018 के end में था, January 2019. I remember the first client, the first meeting, he said, you go and do it. So I went, and the client said, come to my house. And I went to the house. So husband, wife, they are saying, and she wanted to ask some question. The wife wanted to ask a question, and she was a CA, non-practicing CA, but CA by education qualification. So I was a little scared. So she started asking me questions, and I started answering. There were times when 2-3 क्वेश्चन का मुझे आंसर नहीं आता था. So I was practically told him कि मुझे मैडम, I'm sorry, I'm new, I or I'm not updated to this subject, or to I'm not well about this topic. Um, if you give me time, tomorrow I will come back. I will go to Mr. Hari Kamath, come back, talk to him, understand, and I will speak. Or I will again arrange a meeting, and जो भी आपका queries unsolved है, we will put it to Hari Kamath and let him answer at front to you in his office, or via phone, जो भी है. So uh, that day I went to a client saying that मुझे कुछ मतलब I was like, okay, this is going to be a proper meeting, even if closure is not there, it is okay. And I was surprised because of my truthfulness. She said, this is 5 lakh, I want you to give me funds and you allot. And I said, मैम स्कीम्स अभी मैं प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं था, बिकॉज ऑफ 2019 कौन सा स्कीम चलेगा, आई वाज नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड which schemes are good or bad. To be very frank, in 2019 I knew mutual funds, I knew schemes of various categories, but which उतना मेरे इन डेप्थ स्टडी तब तक हुआ नहीं था कि स्कीम को मैं कैसे पोर्ट्रे करूंगा. So I said, I didn't get the list of schemes which I have to tell you, and I didn't ask Mr. Arikamat about those schemes. I'm here to understand your requirement and then jot down, come back to you on schemes. So she said, no worries. You go back, study on your own, get the schemes and tell me. Uh, Confirm with Mr. Arikamat, but for you also learning process, because you're truthful to tell me that you're learning. So she gave me 5 lakhs. She said, you take the scheme and you invest and I will invest. So I went back, discussed with Hari Kamath, understood the scheme, studied the scheme completely, went back to them next day, and then, उनका चेक लिया था, फॉर्म्स वगैरह साइन लिया था. फिर भी I went back to them to explain them the scheme कि मैंने ये किया है, ये है, मैंने कंफर्म किया है मिस्टर हरी कामत से, and this is how I am going to invest your money in this scheme. And this is what we look at. The 1, 2, or 3 schemes is what we are looking, and we are dividing your 1 lakh in 2 pieces, maybe 3 and 2 lakh. So as so the fourth part I learned is truth. And the second meeting what I understood from them is, because I was so clear and they liked that, I came and explained to them and I was very open. They said, today I give you another 5 lakh check, or you invest. So that day, one thing fit in my was engraved in my mind. truth अगर जब तक आप सच्चाई बोलोगे, you will get clients. So even if today somebody sits in front of me and gives me, and I know the client is there, I will tell him the truth, the utmost thing which is correct for him according to me, and such bolunga. So that is what I do, and that is how I've grown, or I've been. So yeah.
Amazing, huh? It's like, no, the whole picture is coming in front of all of us, how things started and what made him get into this business, and how he's actually got the meeting with the first client, being truthful and no sharing certain things, and learning part. I think that is very, very, that is like clearly evident and visible, the way the learning instinct, and and Sulaksha is an amazing learner. That is also quite visible. So I think
And
this
I'll
is
just add, sorry, sir, sorry to interrupt. I will just add about the client. The client is still there with us. They are having a large portfolio with us, and I make it a point to be to make that client feel special. And I always tell them that you are one of the first people I met, and you all are one of my teachers in this profession. And you are very special to me. So उनका बर्थडे रहेगा, उनका कुछ भी रहेगा, I will try to make special things for those clients. Reason being, that is kind of building relationship. Again, I learned this from Mr. Hari Kamath. He also makes his clients feel very family oriented. and special. इसके लिए people can come to him and ask him everything. Same thing with these clients. Now they can talk to me at any time of the day. They call me up any time of the day if free रहेगा या message डालेंगे, and they ask me all sorts of questions and which are not related to business. Sometimes, most of the times business related ही नहीं है. So even if it is related to their business, they will come and ask me. And again, truth, कभी कभी वो लोग सीए के क्वेश्चंस भी पूछते हैं कि टैक्स है क्या करूं, कैसे करेंगे, अगर तू कर, what would you have done if you were in our place. So at even today I tell them, ma'am, I cannot answer this because it is out of my scope. So अभी भी अगर नहीं आता है तो नहीं आता है बोलता हूँ, but they are there and that is how it is.
That's very, very important, that again, even after 10 years or 20 years also, if you think that it is not working and you don't know, and we may not know, I think this is the most important point, which most of the time, people after years of working, they think, how can we say that I don't know? So this is something very, very important. So now the two part, one is getting into the business and then getting started and understanding, learning, and now interacting with client. Now, the next question to Sulaksha, you is, what is that in your business you saw was going absolutely right and you just want to continue that? It's like copy and paste, same thing. But there must be certain things which you think that they were probably not there. But I think in the modern world, in today's scenario, when everything is working on AI, everything is working on automation, everything is like, working so instant without meeting. Also, again, COVID was also there. So what is that you have got into the system which is different from what was practiced in 30 years? Certain things you share which is just same, even if it was 20 years back, 15 years back, same you are continuing, and certain things which you think that they have been implemented by you in this business and they are the need of the hour.
So over here, I would say in our business, everything is about client experience and rather than returns वगैरह. मतलब how the client is, जब जैसे वो join होता है, how is his experience, जैसे वो mature होता है as a proper client with you. So there is a process. So that experience is very important, and we have to try to maintain that experience. So one thing which is always right with Harikamat is, in this experience of a client, onboarding till he becomes mature and becomes your client, who is like कभी छोड़ के नहीं जाएगा kind of client, is the relationship which he builds with the client, which I don't want to change, because that is a perfect, I would say the key and the crux. Key Hari Kamath has engraved AAA steps हैं. That means talking to a client, how to talk to him. उसको एक बार scheme दिया तो understanding, wishing him on birthdays, inviting him or going to him in terms of whenever you think he might be in need, and you go to him after 2 months, 3 months, or within 6 months. Every year he tries to get to his clients back, and he generates kind of an experience in which even today there are certain clients who say कि मुझे हरी भाई से ही बात करना है. Even if I am there, they will tell me everything if he is unavailable. Like आज मुंबई में है, किसी ने कॉल किया, they might end up talking to me, but they will say, सुलक्ष, हरी भाई आने के बाद मुझे बोलो, आपने बोला है मैंने सुना है, but वो चाहिए. So kind of experience he creates is what I have tried to imbibe from him, कि ये मुझे करना है, which I don't want to change. That is क्लाइंट रिलेशन, एंड उसका मतलब फील गुड फैक्टर वायर ऑनबोर्डिंग, मतलब रिलेशनशिप कैसे मेंटेन करना है. वन, द सेकंड थिंग which needed a change in the system was the technology. हरी सर had a very good technology, but हमारे टीम में ऐसे था कि हरी सर was the sales, before I joined he was the only person who used to sell. He never had a sales team because he always believed कि मैं अगर क्लाइंट के साथ सेल करूंगा, I don't want anybody else to sell. I want people to sell also to the customers in terms of how I would sell. So he was uncomfortable to get a team of people and all. So उसने उन्होंने कभी किया नहीं. So the next team was all back office teams or operations team जो clients को handle करते थे. Now he never had a technical guy kind of a person in his business always, where जो देखता था कि upgrade क्या करूं. सो हरिकमत का टाइम हो जाता था रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग, क्लाइंट एनबोर्डमेंट एंड सर्विसिंग, एंड बैक ऑफिस टीम इज टू हैंडल देयर डे टू डे नीड्स ऑफ द क्लाइंट, रिपोर्ट भेजो, ये करो, वो करो, ईमेल करो, वगैरह वगैरह. बट सो हरिकमत टुक अ वेरी गुड डिसीजन वे बैक विथ इन्वेस्टवेल, जब उन्होंने इन्वेस्टवेल चालू किया था, विच वाज आवर सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोवाइडर मिस्टर सुनील जैन, एंड ही बॉट दैट पैकेज. सो वो पैकेज ही चल रहा था, बट वो पैकेज इफेक्टिवली कभी यूज ही नहीं हुआ. जैसे उसके ऑटोमेटेड वर्जन्स थे लेटेस्ट में, जो वी मिस्टर कामत यूज्ड टू पे, वी यूज्ड टू पे द फीस, बट nobody used to utilize automated emails, automated SMSs, then database को rectify करके get all the details of the client, which is very important. So when I started doing in that front, to understand more about client portfolios वगैरह के लिए, I started seeing on the software कि मुझे यहाँ से डेटा में क्या पिक कर सकता हूँ. How can I start in मडगांव and contact, because मडगांव आया तो I have to understand कि what job, मतलब going out and getting clients. So first thing I did is I went into the technology, software को खोला और देखा. मुझे I got the details. Then I found out clients which were there with us but not with SIB. Then I found out clients who were there with us, came, invested some amount, बाद में invest नहीं किए. So there were certain packet which sometimes because large client base हो गया था सर का, touch नहीं हो रहा था. So how could I see that these people can great. So then I started what is known as change in technology. So I went to Delhi, sat with Investwell team, understood उनका क्या है. 2020 में January में they said, sir, why don't you do website? So we did a website. They said put a app. We did an app. Then they said app के साथ onboarding कर लो. तभी NSE BSE just आ रहे थे. So why don't you start onboarding automatically and give transaction facilities to the client? We added that. So December 2019 से March 2020 तक we did this technological change. So Mr. As I told you earlier, कि Mr. Kamath never told me कि मत करो. We spent the money in building that technology वो 4 महीने में. But only as I said, मेरे पास block of mind था, तो he was also having a mind block कि if I give a large data to my clients on the palm top, and if they see the data, how will they react? And I was on the opposite side of the spectrum as a young guy who would say कि दे दो जितना डेटा देना है, client नहीं जाएगा, because I was there. His concerns were also genuine, so I used to also held back of myself. Pandemic taught us a lesson, both of them. So we in March 20 lockdown हुआ, तो we started onboarding people and giving them कि ऐप खोलो, आपका दिखेगा, ट्रांजेक्शन करना है अभी करो, मार्केट में ऑनलाइन करेंगे. So so then in that March, April, May 2020, thought both of us that technology is very important, and in our business we need to put technology. So we started building technology. We started, we didn't change too much, but we went to Investwell, got all their latest to latest. Even today, we have changed from their desktop version of maintaining software to a cloud-based software with onboarding, with everything. So today a client can come and do transactions on his own. Over this period of 2020 to 2023, 3 years from now, we have observed that even if we give a transaction capability to the client, client does not do without our say. So one pillar is relationship maintaining, second pillar is technology to the business. So technology is the part where where I did a lot of changes. Relationship building, I'm following the same as Mr. जो pillar है वो हरिकामत sir का, the way he runs it is the best way to run it. So that is the pillar I'm doing. And the second pillar is technology, which we are introducing a lot. It helped us to transact with NRI clients. I will tell you frankly, today NRI clients are sitting in UK, Dubai, Bahrain, and today they can transact directly from there with us. We onboard them, we do their complete process is seamless. We have seen कि initially it becomes difficult कि कैसे करेंगे, अटक जाते हैं. You only find a solution and you get it. So it becomes very easy for us today. Anywhere the client is sitting, he can invest. Recently we came up with a major mind block people when KYC on hold हो रहा है, क्या करना है, कैसे करेंगे, लोगों के पैन कार्ड आधार कार्ड से मैच नहीं हो रहे थे, कैसे करेंगे. So we used to get that KYC report. We contacted the clients, did their PAN. अगर PAN में change करना है to match as per Aadhaar, which will be easy for us. he's not in India, get his pen changed, So we found out various ways using technology to solve the problem and get them rectified, and which helped us a lot. So the pillar technology is what I think I have built with Harikamat.
Brilliant. That's amazing. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions from all the participants. But before we open the questions to all of them, there are one or two very small, just like quick rapid fire. What was the AUM in 2018 and 23? In last 5 years, what has changed?
In 5 years, I think we were around 600, 700 crores, and today we are 1,000 plus. We were
Okay.
at around 500 crores in 2017. 2018, we were around 600, 650 crores, and today we are at
Almost,
1,080 crores.
almost 100% growth there. Number of clients, 2018 to now.
The number of clients were on an average 4,500 something. Today we are 5,600 something.
Again, 1,000 plus client added. Okay. Who is more aggressive, you or Hari Bhai? When it
Mr. Hari Bhai, to be very frank, conviction. Mr. Hari Bhai, no regrets. No
who is
regrets. Yeah, Mr. Hari Bhai. And किसी को भी conviction चाहिए इस business में, please meet Mr. Not because he's my father-in-law. Truth. I will tell you the truth. In life, I have few people on my fingers who are one of the best teachers. One is Mr. Hari Bhai for conviction in what he does.
Okay. So who is more social?
I would say both. Looking at him, I'm also becoming social because my previous job was not that very social, but within the company premises social. But Haribhai is a little more social than me, and I'm trying to bridge the gap because that's one of the foundation pillars for our client relationship. That's what I learned with Mr. Haribhai. So,
who loves traveling more?
Mr. Harikamat. He loves traveling. It's not that I don't like. I like driving, so मैं travel ज़्यादा नहीं करता because I like to drive and go somewhere. I love traveling, but somehow I'm a person who is मतलब ये office is I would stick to office, but I travel in between.
Great. So with this, rapid fire is also done. Now what we have, if some of us have questions, a lot of us are looking forward to have the next generation come in. A lot of us are looking forward to implement technology. A lot of us are looking forward to create that next level relationship with clients. So whatever clues you have got from Sulaksha, I think we can have questions. Goa is not a different market. It's just like any other market, any other city. Yes, the questions to follow. You can just unmute yourself. And Haribhai, if you would like to add something, if you are in a position, please show your face. We would be happy to see you. Yes. Anyone, any questions? You can just unmute yourself if whoever is there.
Hello.
Oh, good to see you.
I
Good
have come out to listen.
No, very, very,
Hello.
very good.
I'm in Mumbai.
Yes, yes.
JW Met. Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you are making a plan for all of us to come on 29th.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So nice. So anyway, so your next generation is all set, and really it's so exciting to see Sulaksha so clear, so crystal clear in his thoughts and understanding and doing certain things in certain way with so much of respect these days. Again, the next generation having for their earlier generation, that is all amazing. So phenomenal, Hari Bhai. Not only Sulaksha, there are so many other people like me who also are happy to consider you, learn from you, and have mentors like you. So, so yes, we have Gaurav Jain from, yeah. So Haribhai, we have Gaurav Jain.
Yeah, hello sir, how are you?
Both of
It
them.
was so nice to listen to the inspirational story that Sulaksha told about your journey earlier and then when he joined in. So I have just one question. इनकी पूरी बात में एक चीज समझ में आई that for almost first so many years of the business, you did everything on your own. You did not have a sales team. And only after, in 2018, when your son-in-law joined, you had someone to, support you. So the journey from 0 to 600, you did it all alone. How difficult it was, and एक limiting block रहता है ना कि अरे अकेले इतना बड़ा AUM कैसे संभाल रहे थे. So that was my question.
Okay. See, right from beginning, I am a user of software that invests well in my office. And I have got lucky, I should say that I am very lucky that my back office staff are very good. And one of the thing is my office is located on the ground floor and in the very posh locality of Panjim, where people just walking. People don't come to me with any appointment and all. I am available from 9:30 to 7:30 in between lunch break. So that confidence was always there. And Goa being a very small place, no people know you, and there is a lot of like my clients only canvas for me. The what is important in our line is the back office. Back office has to be very strong. So I have realized that very early, and so that I'm having a very good back office. So that has helped me. And as I don't run after the client come and see me in the office, managing even 5,000 or 10,000 should not be a problem. Because client comes to you. You don't waste time in traveling. You don't waste time in just doing cold calls. So when a person has got money, he will come to me. When he has got a requirement, withdrawal, whatever it is, he is going to come to me. So handling as on today, I have never found out it is very difficult.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Okay. So it's very, very difficult, and one-on-one, I'm sure both of us, all of us will be meeting both of them 29th, 30th and of this month. Looking forward to have both of you there so that no, this whole thing is taken to the next level. So yes, we have Praveen ji. Yeah.
हाँ हरि भाई नमस्कार. सुलक्षा,
Namaskar,
hello.
namaskar.
सभी को नमस्ते. Congratulations, Hari bhai. You have got a,
Yes.
I would not say him your son-in-law. He is your son. Law तो बाद में आता है, son पहले आता है. And really,
Yes,
मैं request करूंगा, बहुत ही अच्छा सेशन लिया. मतलब यंग जनरेशन के हिसाब से relationship जो Sulaksha has talked about is really awesome. कनक भाई, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू कि इसको जो आपने स्पीड फायर क्वेश्चंस में जो सुलक्ष से किए उस टाइप के लिए, इसके लिए सुलक्ष के लिए वहां पे एक रखा जाए 10 मिनट का सेशन सुलक्ष के लिए कि ही कैन टेल समथिंग बाय हरि भाई के लिए. तो रियली वी वुड बी फील प्राउड ऑन हरि भाई मोर. सुलक्ष, ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू सर.
और ये वाली चीज है कि जो है, सॉरी मेरा कैमरा ही बंद है, सॉरी, जो है बस यही है कि जो है बाकी सारी चीजें बहुत अच्छी हैं. टेक्नोलॉजी का हरि भाई आपसे कुछ और भी चीजें समझनी है, जो चैलेंजेस जो है हाउ टू बी जो है दोनों के साथ बैठ के वी वुड लाइक टू सिट विद यू. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
29th is the day.
यस, 29th लेट इवनिंग बैठेंगे साथ में
for 10 minutes on the stage. So
Yes.
let's
Okay.
speak. You will also speak. So Gaurav will also speak. So that's how we all will be. There is no PPT. There is no LED on that
Right.
day.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Good. So
All the
friends,
best.
yeah. Thank you so much, friends. With this, we are bang on time. Another maybe 4-5 minutes we are there. If you have questions, you can ask. Ajmal, Rashida, Naresh ji, anyone. Okay. कुछ भी जहन में आ रहा है या all questions were answered? Sulaksha actually explaining everything so precisely.
Yeah. नरेश की बात करने को. Yeah.
Kanakji, now my son-in-law is also joined. He's
Wow.
under training. He's under training in Penjim office. He has also joined me.
Great.
He's
Great.
an architect by profession. So he's also will be shortly full time.
Amazing. Amazing. I've met your son also, and very simple, very spiritual guy. And I'm sure Sulaksh will have more power now. So with that taking and aggressing, so 10,000 crores is not looking very, very far now. Really
Right.
looking forward to that. Yes, Nareshji, your question.
Yeah. Actually, it's really a very inspiration talks which actually excited us to do one thing very special, wants to achieve little more heights. I just want to have a one suggestion, or I just want to take some advice from you. I have my son, which is 23-year-old and studying in Vancouver, Canada. And I just want to excite them ki this is how beautiful our business is. So he's not been inspired and not getting convinced about to join me. And actually, I'm just feeling alone. If somebody is there on my own family, as Kanak ji has rightly said, कि एक वो feel आता है इसमें जो काम करने का जुनून जो मेरे अंदर है. I just want to convey to my son, so who can handle technical part like Mr. Sulaksha ji is handling in such a nice way, fantastic, and with the guidance of mine. The what suggestion I can just give them so that I can just make him convinced कि आजा भैया मेरे साथ.
Show them today's recording. Show them today's recording. The easiest way.
Okay, right.
Sulaksh will tell, or Hari Bhai will tell.
So I'll just add first thing. Have जब भी since he's in Canada, जब भी he is there down in India और आपके साथ घर पे है, तो see that you have a one-on-one talk with him. नहीं मतलब घर में बैठ के नहीं, शायद बाहर जहाँ सिर्फ आप दोनों हैं, and that you are chilling, and then you can just bring up the topic and be very open to tell him कि you have the business, how you started, because that is what Mr. Harikama told me. Matlab, he explained to me his journey over a period of time. When somebody is explaining that part of it, which he must have never heard from his father or any elderly person, कि बाबा मेरे साथ क्या ups and downs हुए थे, मैं कहाँ से था, what was my journey, मैंने कैसे hardships लिए हैं, मैंने कैसे successes लिए हैं, वो पूरा अगर explain करेंगे तो शायद वो relate कर पाएगा कि like how I got related is there is a person, could be father or father-in-law, whoever it is, he has put in an effort to build up a business of your size and have come up over a period of time. So one thing, once he relates to that, उसको भी लगेगा कि yes अभी इनको support करना है. So try explaining him that part कि what is it grow कि rather than telling him कि आप join करो, business grow करेगा. One. So first part is make him inspire, relate करने के लिए कि बाबा कहाँ से क्या हुआ है. Today whatever you are from this business because आपका तो yeah. So that is what you try to explain to him, so he'll relate. And the second part you can tell him is how it is nice to be in this business and talk to so many people. Put him, get one day, अगर वो जब भी आपके साथ हो, get your best 20 clients जो आपके close है, and throw a party and bring him with them. Mr. Harikamat does that. वो मुझे party and let your clients talk to him. Mr. Harikamat will tell you the same thing. So they will only inspire, your clients will inspire your next generation to join. I think most of the time Mr. Harikamat se zyada clients and they told me and I got inspired from them कि yes, I should be supporting, and if I don't support then what's the point, because they came to me and told me कि भाई you are now supporting KK Billa for Zuari, why not Mr. Harikamat for investment avenue. And it was true. So they inspired me. So they will inspired me in a different way. तो आपके clients को बहुत सारे ideas आएंगे. So Mr. Hari Kamat told his clients most of the time. Today also he tells, जाके उसको सुलक्ष को inspire करो, जाके तेजस his son को inspire करो, कुछ बोलो आप. So client come to us and talk to us in terms of how they were clients with him, how they were friends with him, what they expect, वगैरह वगैरह.
Right. Fantastic. Right. Really.
Try that. I'm not
I
saying
I
try.
like this idea. Yes, definitely.
Try.
Definitely. It's a good way to communicate. Thank you.
So amazing session, amazing learning, and amazing scope of improvement and growth for each one of us in this room, and for many more people who will be watching this. We will be happy to have sessions, like we have also planned a session of mentoring session on day 3, and I am sure if Haribhai is there, he will take some mentoring session for some of us. So we have organized some group of mentoring sessions on 2nd of October, other than the normal sessions. So during the conference, so looking forward to learn from each other and meet this duo of Haribhai and Sulaksha at the conference. So stay tuned. Look forward to see you next Thursday again with another interview under this Beyond Classroom series and season 16, wherein we are just talking about ideas which were implemented and they have become successful and they have become big. So with this, thank you so much, Haribhai, for joining in. Thank you so much, Sulaksh, for sharing whatever
Thank you,
are
sir.
doing
Thank
in
you.
such a beautiful and such a precise way, clear-cut, crystal clear way. So thank you so much. May you continue to grow, prosper, and keep on growing and keep on sharing and keep on contributing to the Volatility Coaches tribe members. So thank you so much. With this, we end. Look forward to see you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir. Thanks. Okay.